Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can download and install XAMPP web server on your Windows 10 operating system. So let's get started. First of all, open your favorite browser and search for XAMPP. So just search for XAMPP and just press enter, and in here first option hopefully which will appear here will be from apachefriends.org. So just click this link and this will open this website which is apachefriends.org. and if you want to change the language, you can change the language from here. For example, I want English version of XAMPP, so just change the language, and now you can see the download options here. So we want the option which is for Windows, so I will choose XAMPP for Windows. So just click it, and once you click it, the download will start for this XAMPP web server. Now it's a relatively big file, so it will take some time to download this XAMPP executable file. So you just need to wait for maybe a few minutes, and once it's downloaded we can go further. So I will wait for the download, and once it will be downloaded we will see the next steps. So now my download for this XAMPP executable file for Windows is complete, so I can run this executable file. So just click run to execute this executable file, and I'm going to minimize my browser and I will wait for the installation to start. So first of all, it will give you this kind of warning. You just need to click yes, and then it's going to start the installation wizard for the XAMPP. So just wait for 1 or 2 seconds, and then the installation will start. So now I can see these kind of warnings. So don't worry about these warnings, they will come while you are installing the XAMPP server. So you just need to click OK for these warnings. So you may be seeing multiple warnings in your case, but it's nothing to worry about. You can just click OK to proceed further, right? Now you will be able to see this kind of setup interface for XAMPP. So you just need to click next, and these are the programs or apps which will come with your XAMPP web server. So Apache will come, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury mail server will come, and Tomcat will come, and the program which will come with it is PHP and Perl, and also it will come with PHP MyAdmin for managing your MySQL and other options you can see. So it's a good idea to leave them as default, all the checkboxes checked, and then click next, and this will be the location where XAMPP will be installed. So just keep this location in mind. We are going to access XAMPP from this location. So in my case it's c:/XAMPP. Okay, so just click next and click next and click next, and just wait for some time to complete the installation. So it's going to take some time, so just wait for the installation to complete. Once this green progress bar reaches 100%, then we are going to go further. Now in between you will see this kind of warning or alert window. You just need to allow the access, so just click allow access, and just wait for the installation to complete. Okay, so now the installation for the XAMPP web server is complete, and now after the completion it will ask you whether you want to start the control panel for the XAMPP to start. So just leave this checkbox as checked and click finish. Okay, and once you click finish, it's going to start the control panel for your XAMPP web server. So the language I want to choose is English, so I will just save this language, and then it's going to start this type of control panel for XAMPP, right? Now in here you can see different kind of services and the status of these services, if they are running or not. So to start Apache web server, what we need to do is we just need to click start, and it's going to start the Apache web server on port 80, right? Now sometimes what happens is, generally if you have other programs installed, and sometimes this port 80 is occupied by some other programs, then you may need to change this port, right? So in my case, this port 80 is not occupied by any other program, so it's successfully running. But in most of the cases, this port 80 is occupied by some other programs. So how to change it, and first of all, how to check it? So the simple way to check if this port 80 is occupied or not is just click this button which says netstat. So I'm going to just click netstat, and it will show you all the ports which are occupied by some programs. So you can see right now port 80 is occupied by my Apache web server, but it will show you the description of all the services which are occupying some ports, right? So you can detect which app is occupying this, right? Now in order to change this port, for example, I want to change this port from port 80 to port 8080 or something else, what I can do is I can just click this config button here, and it's going to show me some options for conf file and the other files. I want to choose this first option, which is httpd.conf. So just click the first option, and it's going to show you this kind of a text file. Now when you scroll down, you can see here the Apache web server is listening on port 80, which is this one, right? So in order to change the port, simply you just need to write the number of port which you want to run the Apache on. So for example, I want to change it to 8080. Just change this one to 8080 and then save this file. For example, I'm going to just change it here just in case, and then I'm going to just save this file. And once this file is saved, you can once again stop your Apache web server and start it again. And now you will be able to see, you see here, now Apache is running on port 8080, right? So if you face some problem, just change this port from here. Okay, so I'm going to just revert my changes, so it will remain default here, and this also port 80, and I'm going to save it again, right? And I'm going to close it, and I will restart my Apache server. So stop my server and restart it, and now it's running on port 80. Okay, so once this is done, what we need to do next is I will just open my browser, and in here I will just enter the local host. Okay, so now because my Apache web server is running, so I can just enter localhost and check if it's really running or not. So I will just write here local host, and I will just choose this option which says http://localhost, and it's going to show this kind of web page which is for XAMPP web server, right? So this is the welcome page for your XAMPP web server. Okay, so now we can see that our XAMPP web server is running successfully, and once you see this web page, then you know that everything is okay in your Apache web server. Now let's try to open phpMyAdmin. So I will click this option which says phpMyAdmin, and when I click this, it's going to show me error because I haven't started my MySQL option from here. So once again, open your control panel and then just start this MySQL from here. So just click this second button which says start, and once your MySQL is started, then just click here allow access, and once this is done, you can refresh this page, and now you will be able to see your PHP MyAdmin also. So let's see what happens for this PHP MyAdmin. So it's going to open this kind of PHP MyAdmin interface. Okay, so you just need to start the apps which you want to run from here. Now in case this will be port 80, then what will happen? So for example, I will change this Apache to listen on port 8080, for example, instead of 80, port 8080. So just convert to port 8080, and I will just save this. So I'm going to just save this, and once this is saved, I'm going to close this, and I will stop my Apache web server and restart it again. Okay, and now it listens on port 8080, and now this time when I go to the browser and I will just write local host here, and I will click OK, it's going to give me some unknown web page, because this is now listening on port 8080 and not the default 80 port. So you just need to write after localhost colon and then port 8080, the port you are using here, right? So whatever port you have provided, you just need to write here after the colon and press enter, and then you will be able to see your Apache or XAMPP home page. Okay, so this is how you can download and install XAMPP web server on your Windows 10 operating system. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.